Hello everyone, and welcome to my Y&R Homies channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Restless and the Young recap of Friday, March 14th. Tracy looks at Martin's phone and finds Sharon and Phyllis saved from toxic gas. As Tracy Abbott looks at Alan Laurent, also known as Martin Laurent's phone, the Young and the Restless recap for Friday, March 14th, indicates that Sharon Newman and Phyllis Summers will be saved from deadly gas. Phyllis and Sharon will relish the cathartic experience of completely destroying the place while they are in prison. The camera that has been watching them will also be located by Sharon and Phyllis, who will turn it off and wait for the kidnapper to arrive. Sharon and Phyllis will prepare by the door, but one of the burner phones will then get a message. After criticizing Sharon and Phyllis for their lack of sportsmanship, it will declare that they have lost the match. Toxic gas will soon be poured into the room, so Phyllis will locate the leak and make a desperate attempt to stop it. As the rescue crew approaches, Phyllis won't make it and will be about to faint. Chance Chancellor will prevent Nick Newman and Billy Abbott from breaking in outside Havenhurst Psychiatric Clinic because he wants to wait for the landlord. The landlord will say that there has been no interest in the property and that it has been abandoned for years when he shows up on Friday's episode of Y&R. The landlord will realize someone must have changed the lock, though, because his key will not work. Chance will enter first with a few cops once he eventually opens the lock. Since Billy and Nick will be close behind, they will all discover a single locked door and determine that it is most likely where Phyllis and Sharon are being imprisoned. Nick will burst down the door and embrace Sharon when she calls out to him and hears his voice. In addition, Billy will support Phyllis while she struggles to maintain consciousness after the gas leak. Phyllis and Sharon will be cleared to return home after several EMTs check them out off-screen. At the Newman Ranch, Sharon and Phyllis will ultimately tell Nick, Billy, and Chance about their whole experience. There will be worries that the deranged person who created this perverse game is still at large. Phyllis will make a frightened forecast and want to find them before they attack again because the kidnapper might not have meant for the rescue to occur. Tracy will hear another notice on Alan, also known as Martin's phone, when she is in a suite at the GCAC. Tracy will appear perplexed when she peeks and finds a notification regarding a security breach at the clinic. According to previews for The Young and the Restless, Tracy will soon receive information on some startling news, so tune in. Be sure to visit CDL as your one-stop shop for Young and the Restless spoilers, news, and updates. Martin demands answers after catching Tracy snooping. According to Monday, March 17th teasers for The Young and the Restless, Martin Laurent, also known as Alan Laurent, will become enraged when he discovers Tracy Abbott spying and demand an explanation. Let's discuss the stressful situations that will unfold in Alan and Tracy's suite, as some serious drama is about to break out. Tracy takes up Alan's phone on Friday's program to find out why everyone is so upset since he's been receiving a ton of alerts. Since Tracy has no reason to disbelieve Alan, at least not just yet, it's more about curiosity than mistrust. That could alter, though, in light of Tracy's most recent discoveries. After reading about a security breach at the clinic and the measures taken, Tracy will undoubtedly have concerns. On Monday's Y&R episode, when Alan round the corner and notices Tracy holding his phone, he will regrettably have his own questions. As he questions Tracy about her actions, Martin's tone will quickly shift from jovial to sardonic. Tracy can clarify that she was only checking Alan's messages to make sure he hadn't missed anything crucial. It's simple to picture Alan snapping and calling Tracy a dishonest partner. Tracy could, however, pressure Alan to explain the significance of the clinic security violation to her. Tracy won't understand, but Alan may say he's been consulting with some patients and that he works at a clinic elsewhere. Maybe Alan will try to ignore all of this by pretending that his phone is just synchronized to receive alerts. Unfortunately, Martin's preparations could be derailed by the news of Phyllis Summers and Sharon Newman's rescue. Red flags will be raised when Tracy eventually receives reports about Phyllis and Sharon being discovered at Havenhurst Psychiatric Clinic. Tracy could begin to question whether Alan had anything to do with what transpired with Sharon and Phyllis. Unfortunately, Y&R followers are aware that Alan, also known as Martin, is the one responsible for the perverse game that Sharon and Phyllis were made to play. Even worse, Tracy seems to have been tricked into believing that Martin the monster is actually his twin brother, Alan. When Tracy learns that Alan is Martin and that he has been causing trouble, it will be a double blow. Speaking of which, Damian Kane will question Nate Hastings regarding Amy Lewis's hospitalization in Chicago. Despite Damian's apparent worry, Nate could urge that Amy could benefit from an experimental treatment plan. Given the seriousness of Amy's illness, it may be necessary to get started immediately. Check out the social media page for Celebrating the Soaps. Nate could forecast that Amy would have more playing time, which would undoubtedly be fantastic for her opportunity to get back in touch with Damian. Damian should be grateful that Nate will continue to do all in his power to keep Amy alive as long as possible, according to spoilers for The Young and the Restless. For the most up-to-date information on Young and the Restless spoilers, news, and updates, visit CDL often. Leaving Days of Our Lives, Billy Flynn takes on a new role on The Young and the Restless. Days of Our Lives actor Billy Flynn is moving to Genoa City in a surprise casting decision, according to spoilers for The Young and the Restless. The actor discusses his decision to leave Salem and the reasons behind it in an interview. For all the specifics, continue reading. D'Imera Chad leaves Salem. Flynn revealed his departure from Days of Our Lives and his move to The Young and the Restless in an interview with TV Insider. Josh Griffith, the executive producer and head writer, verified the information in a statement posted on the soap opera's official website. This is a huge surprise for Chad and the D'Imera family fans. Recently, the actor commemorated 10 years of portraying the character on the serial opera. Fans may look forward to seeing Chad far into 2026 because of the day's advanced production schedule. Statement on Billy Flynn issues. Flynn informed the newspaper of his departure in a statement. The performer stated, "I am thankful for the years I spent at Days. It had the most positive impact on my life. For the past 10 or more years, I have been playing this incredible role and narrating one of the greatest love tales ever. I have always maintained that these stories we tell are like to performing a play. And I'm excited for this opportunity and to test myself in a new way," he continued. Thus, it will be intriguing to observe what drives Chad to leave. Fans are aware that death is rarely permanent in Salem. Maybe Chad will find out that Abigail is still alive and go look for her. With E.J. D'Imera, Sami Brady took a similar approach. The new character of Billy Flynn on Y&R. The exciting portion of this news is about to begin. The Peacock soap opera is losing a lot with Chad's departure, but Genoa City is getting a new character. The role Billy will play in the CBS soap drama is unknown. However, Griffith issued the following statement. "We are excited to have Billy join The Young and the Restless on behalf of the whole cast. He will be a fantastic addition to the amazing cast of Y&R. So let's start speculating. Who will Flynn play with, and with whom will he interact in Genoa City? Post your ideas in the space provided for comments below. Don't forget to keep watching the CBS or Paramount Plus soap opera to see what happens next. Trace's bombshell, Chance consoling, captives taking control. Here are the spoilers for Wednesday, March the 12th, 2025's episode of The Young and the Restless. Fans may anticipate the kidnapping victims taking charge in tomorrow's episode. Summer Newman is comforted by Chance Chancellor. In the meanwhile, Jack Abbott receives shocking news from Tracy Abbott. Let's discuss what will happen in the upcoming episode of the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. The Mysterious Villain's Trial. Fans may see Sharon Newman and Phyllis Summers discuss the captor's experiment on Wednesday, March 12th. When Phyllis received the poison's counteragent, she fell asleep. Sharon used the speaker to communicate with the enigmatic captor while Phyllis was unconscious. The kidnapper would only claim that it was only an experiment and not personal. Sharon came to the realization that they were in serious jeopardy and might not be able to leave. Read more. Discover the events of Y&R's most recent episode.